When detectives found a killer's final confession, they thought it would finally explain everything. But what they discovered inside that old cassette changed their lives forever. Because what they heard wasn't human. It started in the winter of 1998 in a small apartment outside of Cleveland, Ohio. Police were investigating a man named Arthur Bell, a quiet janitor connected to 3 disappearances in the area. When they entered his apartment, everything looked normal, except one thing. On the table, next to a half-burned candle, was a small black cassette tape. On it, written in shaky handwriting, were 2 words, "I'm sorry." Detectives assumed it was his confession. They didn't realize that tape would become one of the most disturbing pieces of evidence ever recorded. At the police station, Detective Harris placed the tape into an old player. At first, it was quiet, only the faint hum of static. Then, a man's trembling voice began to speak. "My name is Arthur Bell. I did things I can't undo. I thought she was gone, but she never left." There was a pause, then a strange thud, like someone knocking from inside the microphone. And then, the scream. It didn't sound like a human voice. It was high, metallic, and layered, as if more than one person was screaming at the same time. The officers in the room froze. When they stopped the tape, the scream continued for a full second after the machine stopped spinning. No one could explain it. The next day, the recording was sent to the audio forensics lab. The experts said the frequency of the scream didn't match any known human range. It was below the lowest sound the human throat could produce. When they ran the audio through analysis software, it showed 2 overlapping waveforms, one male, one female. But only one person had recorded that tape. And the most chilling part, when the waveform was slowed down, the female voice whispered a single word: "Behind." Arthur Bell was found dead in his cell 2 nights later. No sign of struggle, no cause of death. The guard on duty swore he heard something, a faint scream echoing from the speaker in the evidence room, even though the tape hadn't been played in hours. Before he died, Arthur left a note scratched onto his cell wall. It read, "I told her not to follow me." The original cassette was destroyed by the department in 2001, but a digital copy still exists online. And some say if you play it after midnight, you can still hear the scream.